Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing a comedy sketch that was about a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago, by Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan is known as having the biggest podcast in the world, but he is also known for being anti-vegan and advocating for animal abuse. He hunts because he says he doesn't like factory farming, and he actually posts murdered animal carcasses on his Instagram, which he will talk about this in his comedy routine. But then he says he's against factory farming, but then, if he goes out to eat, that all goes out the window. So factory farming is just, saying that you're against factory farming is just BS. But he has some things to say about vegans, and the title is There Are Two Types of Vegans, and I'm not going to play the entire clip because there are some things that could be construed as homophobic, and I do not want that to be associated with this channel. I'm the least homophobic person you will ever meet. And just FYI, there is swearing in this, and I don't want to bleep it out. I don't want to spend that time. I have other things to do today, and I think he should be allowed to say what he wants without censorship. So let's get it started with his anti-vegan comedy routine. And yes, I am dissecting this because that's my job as a vegan. I have to dissect things. I'm I'm a person that dissects things. So, I have to suck the joy out of the comedy.
I put a picture up on Instagram of some deer meat, and I wrote, "This is some meat from a deer that liked to kick babies and was about to join ISIS." I was feeling real good about that post. Then I got cocky, and I wrote #vegan, and that's where I fucked up. Ooh, that wasn't worth it. That didn't feel good. Whoa. The hate, the anger. Never in my life have I encountered such a ruthless, vicious group of kind, compassionate people.
Well, it's because you put the word vegan under a tortured animal carcass. And vegans are against animal cruelty. We're against hunting. We're against, animal rape and torture. And you thought that was funny. And it's not funny. And you knew the reaction you were going to get because you have the biggest following in the world. A lot of people from different walks of life watch your podcast and probably go on all your social media, and you know exactly what you were doing. And you titled it vegan just to get attention. And you got what you wanted. So, good job, I guess.
There's vegans that are vegans for good reasons, folks. But the problem with vegans is the problem with every single group of human beings. If you get a group of 100 people, just pick random 100 people. What are the odds that one of them is a fucking idiot? It's 100%. We nerf all the sharp edges in this world. We let dummies survive. All right? There's no wolves running through our streets. It's 100% that 1 out of 100 is a fucking idiot. Some of those are vegans, and this is how it works. If you got a group and you don't have to take a test to get in there, some of them are in there for the right reasons. Most vegans are vegans because they're kind people. They don't want anything to die so that they can live. And those people are heroes because they're always tired, they're cranky, their health's all fucked up. They're doing it for all the right reasons.
Okay, so I do agree with him on this thing about you get a big group of people together. You get a lot of different personalities, and and I've seen that in vegan group and a non-vegan group. I was watching a video a long time ago about these two people. They were in the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they kind of grew up I don't know if they grew up together, but they in the same Kingdom Hall, and they were talking about the different people that answer the questions in the Jehovah's Witnesses, and that was a pretty funny thing because you probably see that in a lot of Christian denominations, but you see some differences in vegan groups as well. I've clashed with some people because I was in a vegan group at one time, but then he has to bring out the old stereotypes of vegans are cranky and tired and we don't get enough nutrients. And then, and he has done this, when you show him and show him a vegan bodybuilder, oh, they're on roids, they're on steroids, you know, you can't win. And he does not want veganism to be right because, well, I don't know the reason, because he's an animal abuser. That's why. He's an animal abuser. That's why he doesn't want veganism to work out. That means he would have to stop hunting and killing defenseless animals. And this is just ridiculous. And he still thinks this way. He hasn't changed. So this is fair game, in my opinion. He hasn't changed. I mean, he has the biggest podcast in the world, and he's never really had a pro-vegan person. I think he had James Wilkes on, and, you know, he agreed with him for about 5 seconds, but mostly he has anti-vegan animal abusers, or those people that went back from a plant-based diet because they were never vegan, so that he can, you know, validate his beliefs. That's exactly what he does. And I mean, he could get Patrick Babooman on. He could get Hench Herbivore on. He could get Vegan Gains on. But, you know, those people, you know, they don't, you know, stick with his belief that vegans are sickly and malnourished and cranky, and it's not funny. People think this, and it's not funny. And 97% of people think this because they, you know, are animal abusers 3 times a day with their food choices, and it's not funny.
I don't argue with these people, but I do, when they say something totally crazy to me, I will check their profile, see what they're interested in. And this one lady said something really fucked up. She wrote me, she goes, I hope animals eat your children in front of you. I hope everyone you know gets cancer. I hope you die in your mother's arms. And I'm like, well, what's this healthy lady up to? So I go over to her fucking page. She has a bunch of hashtags, right? Normal ones, like hashtag vegan, hashtag cruelty free, and then I see one that I've never seen before. It says hashtag vegan cat.
Okay, if that really did happen and that lady said something to him, that is really, really, really disturbing. Especially talking about his children, I think that is really disturbing. I want to bring that up. And that people that he knows gets cancer, I think that that's extremely rude. I've known people with cancer, and it's just really sad to see that. But cats can be fed a vegan diet. There's a site called Vigor, and they have vegan cat and dog food, and I think IAM says vegan cat food. I know IAM says vegan dog food. So you can feed cats a vegan diet. And I don't have any pets, so before you guys accuse me of doing that, I do not have any animals, so I'm not doing that. So but I know someone's going to come in and accuse me of that. I have no animals in my apartment. Okay, so that is just some of Joe Rogan's vegan nonsense, and he still believes this way, and I believe he will always feel this way because he loves to murder animals for, you know, for trophy and, you know, for the carcass when he could just eat plants and get protein from plant matter. And then he also loves to go out to eat and pay for animal abuse at least 3 times a day with his food choices. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for all the swearing. I don't really swear, but he was doing the swearing, but I don't want to bleep him out. I think that's kind of annoying. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.